right. We are live on both platforms, live on the YouTube and live on the TikTok. Good morning, good afternoon for some of you, wherever you are in the world. Hello! Thank you guys for tuning in. I love my morning/afternoon streams. Yeah, this is afternoon. It's definitely an afternoon stream, but still, early day. I love my early day streams. And good to see you guys. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing great, man. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and buzz my boy in. Xanatos. I see you in there, man. I'm gonna buzz him in now. Boom.
Hey.
Welcome, my friend. What is good?
What's going on, man?
Hey, it's another day, it's another Friday, another episode of Bad Batch.
This is a good one.
It was a very good one. Oh my gosh. There's lots to talk about, man. Lots to talk about. Yeah, what's up? Hello. Welcome in. Hello there, General Kenobi. Yeah, man. I'm like, I just want to start talking about it right away, but I know we have to wait for everyone. But, I went so far as to, like, I took notes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But, sometimes I can retain things pretty well, depending on the episode. And this is one of those episodes I was like, all right, I gotta write a couple things down to go back to, because there was just so much to talk about. So I don't know about you. I don't know if you took any notes, man, but maybe mental notes.
I've tried to take notes before, but I've just kind of taken to watching the episode twice, and that kind of works.
Yeah, I try to do that, but my daughter wasn't having it today, so
no.
Yeah. The TV is gone from me. It's gone from me for now. But yeah, it was quite the episode. Jonic says, "I'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm out. Sorry. Why'd you pop in? Gotta go. Sorry." but thanks for saying hi. Nicole Evans, hi. What's up, girl? Thanks for tuning in. I was waiting for Boba. I heard his name, and I was like, "There's tons of emojis there." Yeah. Which we're gonna talk about here soon. By the way, all my folks on TikTok, we are live on YouTube as well, so you're more than welcome to come over and join us. I got my boy Xanatos 1138, and then we're also waiting on our other friends from TikTok to join in with us as well. All we do this every Friday, so come on in and join in. Someone asked me, do I like Godzilla? So strange and funny that you asked that. This is random. I know it's not Bad Batch content or Mandalorian, but so anyway, Netflix, they just released this Godzilla anime, and it's called like Godzilla. What is it, like Center Point or something like that? I'm messing up on the title of it, but it's pretty awesome, especially if you guys are into like kaiju and Japanese culture, that kind of stuff. If you love anime and you love Godzilla, that's one I highly recommend checking out. Random, but since you asked, and Xanatos, I don't know if you're a fan of Godzilla, but
I put it on my list, and I watched all of like the MonsterVerse or whatever with Godzilla and King Kong. Those are pretty good movies. They are, man. The scale of Godzilla is just massive, and they pan out. It's such cool visuals.
Yeah. Yep. I would have to say for this year so far, that was one of the best like action flicks that we've had. Besides, for superhero movies, I would go as far as to say Snyder Cut. This year so far, I would say Snyder Cut Justice League was one of the best so far, given because we haven't had that much that's come out. But so far, Snyder Cut was great, and visually, yeah, King Kong versus Godzilla. Oh my God, it was from start to finish. It was amazing. Nicole Evans says, "I'm playing Jedi Fallen Order right now." Nice. Something Ultimate Marty. Hello, man. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, tons of comments. Hello, man. Doe. Hello. I can't wait for a Carnage movie. Oh yeah. Carnage is going to be crazy. So much. Oh, we may have to do another thing with our group, Xanatos. I was thinking about this. Like, it could be it should just be like a movie theory day or something. Because there's other things I want to talk about too that aren't necessarily Star Wars. Like particularly Spider-Man and things that are going on into this next phase, and Batman. There's a lot of stuff happening with Batman. You know what? What the hell? I'm just going to talk about it briefly. And Xanatos, you and I can bounce off of each other. So there's a graphic novel that I have. Like sort of looking for it. I can't find it. Anyway, it's called Batman: The Long Halloween, and there's an animated film coming out for that. We get the part 1 that's coming out here soon, and then I think the next part comes out like a few months after. So I'm super excited for that. And then, with the Flash movie, we got like 2 different Batman that are going to be in there, and Supergirl. There's so much happening in superhero world right now. Honestly, though, with the DC, I don't really know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Their animated world is amazing. Yep. I love their animated movies. But as far as their universe, I really don't know. But Xanatos, are you excited for any DC stuff, Marvel stuff?
I'm always up for. I mean, I love giving the DC universe a chance because I want them to succeed. But Marvel is beating the crap out of them right now. Yeah. I mean, they have been for years. Yeah. But and I was curious about the Supergirl casting in a movie that's already full of characters that need more development. Just a little bit. But I've seen pictures of her. She looks amazing. So I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that pans out. Yeah, and then apparently they're recasting Superman. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna just watch their animated films at this point. That's where it's at for DC. But I don't know. I'll give the fact that we're getting a Flash movie is still pretty impressive to me. Again, if you would have told like 10-year-old me that years later we would have an Avengers movie, a Justice League movie, 2 different types of Justice League movies, Spider-Man would get recasted 3 different times, and a Deadpool, like all these things, I would have never believed it, because again, like years ago, besides Star Wars and maybe Batman and Superman and then Spider-Man and X-Men, superhero movies weren't at a crazy height like they are today, and I think that I'm speaking more to our generation. Younger folks today, this is like the norm for them. But when we were kids, that wasn't a thing. Like we only had a few selected things. We didn't have a universe of stuff. It was just like a couple cool movies here and there. But now it's like it's the mainstream thing, which is pretty crazy. So I mean, I grew up with Adam West Batman. Yeah. Oh, you said you grew up with a couple of different Batman? Adam West Batman was probably my first Batman. Yep.
Is it weird to say same, but only because I had the DVD as a kid?
That's fair.
Because I remember, like, as a kid trying to play it on my PS1 and not understanding why I wouldn't play.
Yeah, Keaton was definitely my. That was my first. That's where I got the love for Batman, and then after that, it was the animated series. Which both were just amazing. So, and it's cool to see him come back. It's crazy. So, anyway, Nico, what's good, man?
Hello.
Good to see you, brother. Do we have anyone else on the bottom? Oh, yeah. There's Chris. What's up, Chris? He's like, hello. I'm here. Let me in, dude. I see you. Hello.
How's it going?
We're good, man. We're like just going off into a tangent, talking about like DC and Marvel randomly.
I heard the Batman talk, and I was like, oh, I definitely got to get in here now.
Yeah, man. There's so much going on. Like I was telling Xanatos, the Batman, The Long Halloween, we have an animated, film that's coming out for that. It's a 2-part film, which I love DC's animated stuff. I think that's where they really excel. I will say this, and then we'll get into some Star Wars stuff. I feel like there is a hint of competition between Marvel and DC. DC shouldn't do that. I think they should just make good movies. And by that, if you think of like the Dark Knight trilogy, great. It was, of course, maybe it had some flaws, but overall, it was received very well. And there wasn't this whole stigma of it. Oh, it's got to be connected to the broader universe. I think fans today, the universe perspective is great, but there's still something about like, I can handle just a great movie, by itself.
Honestly, like Joker.
I would be okay with that, So I think, and I feel like that's what DC I would encourage. That's what I would hope is that, hey, just make good movies, man. And the universe stuff can maybe come later. At this point, that's my whole take on DC. But
yeah, I think DC, where DC doesn't have to deal with like the executives from Warner Brothers, they dominate video games, animation. Like, DC has dominated animation games since the 90s. Yeah. And the video games have all been fire. Marvel,
hit or miss.
Animation.
Yeah. You do have a point, especially with their animation. It's and games that can be hit or miss for sure. So, I'm playing Fortnite as Mando. Nice. These are my comments, man. I actually did a YouTube video, where I was like reacting to TikTok comments, and it was literally the best. Because the comment section can get strange, but really good at the same time. So anyway, what I want to do before we get into our conversation, and if Erin pops in, just let me know, because I'm going to share my screen, so I may not see her. So just message me, one of you guys. So I wanted to share this really quick. So we're gonna go here, and so this is a little bit of 1 second. I think you guys can't hear anything, huh?
No.
I gotta share the volume. There we go. So it's a little teaser. I don't know if I shared this in our group, but it's to the animated, Mando ride thing I'm working on with my buddy.
And welcome to Escape Maldo Crease, the DadaLorian ride. Please be sure to keep your hands inside the cart at all times, and your seatbelt is fully fastened. Now, prepare for an adventure in a galaxy far, far away.
So that's a little bit of the visual. I don't know if you guys seen this yet. And then also a couple pictures of what the 3D models look like going into the actual video. So that's a little bit of what to expect. So my buddy Jonik wanted me to share that because he's working on the actual trailer for the piece. So there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for you guys to see the whole thing. It's going to be really fun, and of course, I get to voice Mando as usual in it. So yeah. So without further ado,
I'm excited to hear.
Yeah, man. And again, if Erin pops in, I should see her, but if I don't, for some reason, just let me know. That's your wife voicing it, right? Yeah, she did do the. What's funny? So yeah, my wife, she voices like the intro part of the video. But what's funny, she actually used to work at Disneyland for a short period of time, and she knows how everything goes, and she knows the behind the scenes. So it gave some authenticity to the whole voicing piece, which is really fun. So anyway, let's talk about Star Wars: The Bad Batch, man. Literally so much to talk about. I took notes like I'm so bad because I feel like there was just, I was like, oh man, I gotta write this down. I gotta write this down. Plus other little theories. And I know Nico hates theories, but we're gonna talk about theories. You're just gonna have to deal with it, man. You're gonna have to deal with it, okay? Someone says you were so cool. Thanks. So anyway, I will share my screen really quick because there's one thing I wanted to share with you guys, and that's just my notes, if I can find it. It should be somewhere in here. I think it is. Let's see. Trying to find my notes. I may not even need to share it. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I need to share my screen for that. So, number one, this is episode 9. Yeah. And it's Bounty Lost. That's the name of the title. And I think a few of us talked about this before, where we knew Lamasu's intentions were a little bit different than the other female, Kaminoan. So obviously Lamasu's intentions are to make a new wave of Gen 1 clones. That's one thing that I took away. Now, let's talk about the big fight that I absolutely enjoyed. The fight between Cad Bane and Fennec Shand. My God, was that glorious or not? I want to hear from you guys on this. Number one, before we get into the fight, Xanatos, I'll have you started off. What did you think about the episode? And then also tell me, what did you think about that fight between Fennec Shand and Cad Bane?
I thought the episode was great. That fight literally had me on the edge of my seat. I'm like, is she gonna kill Cad Bane? Like, is this it? And her helmet has grown on me. I used to hate her helmet. It's a giant bucket.
Yeah.
Headbutting, using it as a weapon. I'm like, okay, this is cool now. I like this.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I absolutely enjoyed it. Oh gosh, she's definitely growing on you for sure. Nico, take it away, man. What'd you think of the episode? So just in its entirety. Then also that fight between Phoenix Chan and
I loved this episode. Like, it was just the right amount of tension for me, where I was like, I wasn't too worried about any of the characters, but I was like, okay, that character dies. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the fight between Phoenix Chan and Cad Bane, oh my god. I was like, I started to get on the edge of my seat. I was like, there's smoke in the air. They're like sneaking around. I was like, this is a real bounty hunter fight. It's dirty.
Yeah, man. She took down Hunter. No, not Hunter. Well, she did go up against Hunter, and then she knocked what's my boy Wrecker. She knocked him out in one of the episodes. This girl is not to be trifled with. If we've learned anything about Phoenix Chan, so we'll just leave it at that. Skywalker, Star Wars lawyer Chris. What did you think of the episode and that fight, man?
Skywalker.
Yeah.
So the episode, I felt hyped throughout it. Omega showing that she's thinking on her feet, getting out of her jail cell, convincing the droid, and then running around that Finnick and Cad Bane fight. Like, I knew she wasn't gonna kill him, and obviously we know she survives, but I knew she wasn't gonna like go down without a fight, because we saw her do a lot of hand-to-hand in the Mandalorian, and this is 30 years later, so she's significantly older, and whereas now she's like in her prime, and like, or she's just starting off, so she's gonna have that like intensity of like that newcomer to the game, and she held her own, and I knew when he got tossed off the balcony, he wasn't going anywhere, because I remembered he had his boots. I was just like, if this is the way he goes,
right? Damn. Yeah, I figured he was gonna survive, but holy cow, that fight was that was glorious. Now, other things to talk about that I took in my notes. Omega, she escapes, obviously, and again, TikTok people, I'm live on YouTube as well, so we're talking about spoilers. This is spoiler talk for the most recent episode of The Bad Batch. So me and friends from TikTok, we're all live over there. So you're more than welcome to open up another browser and join us. And if you have questions for me and them, come on into the live and pop into the chat. Now, one of the other things I was saying was Omega, she escapes, and then she's reunited with Clone Force 99. One of the things I feel like is that's very temporary. I feel that at some point she's going to end up getting apprehended again. I don't know if any of you guys feel that, and maybe this goes into like theory territory, I'm more thinking about like ongoing episodes. But for some reason, I'm like, yeah, she's back with them. I don't think it's for long, because again, there is this hunt out for her. But, I forget, who's the lady Kaminoan? What is her name?
Nala Se.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chris, you got this.
Yeah, she was saying, as long as she's not in the hands of Lama Su, then Omega would be fine. So it's possible she'll be with Clone Force 99 for a little while, but again, I kind of see her being apprehended again down the road, and maybe by her own choice. So anyway, going forward, other little topics that I wanted to talk about. And specifically with Omega, she is an unaltered clone of Jango Fett, just like Boba Fett. So, and then again, seeing all these other bounty hunters going after Omega, it makes me wonder if we will see that moment, between Boba Fett and Cad Bane, as we've kind of been hinting at. And it seems like too much of a weird tease if they didn't. Not necessarily just the fight between Cad Bane and Boba Fett, but more so like just Boba making an appearance in general, where he's already kind of been mentioned. We've already kind of been hoping and wondering that, hey, what's he been up to during this time? We really haven't seen him in his full armor, during like Clone Wars or after, Clone Wars, during that time, at least in animation anyway. And I feel like now would be the time to definitely make that scene happen that we've all been wanting to see, particularly between him and Cad Bane. So I want you guys to take it away on that. What do you think would be the purpose, I guess, of having Boba enter the story. Chris, I'll let you take it away for that point, and then also little things about Omega.
Perfect. All right. So I just want to say I called it on Omega's name significance being that she was the last, and it's not the last of the clones because she, as is confirmed now, she's not unaltered, but she is the last of the Jango Fett clone. Boba is the Alpha, and she is the Omega, so she is the last. So I love that. With the significance of if Boba knows she exists, there will be nothing stopping him from going to get her, because even as we know in The Mandalorian, Boba loved his father. I want to say Omega's probably like 9, 10-ish, unless she is a direct twin with Boba, which is also possible, because Boba at this point is like 13. So Boba would be coming with a couple of his bounty hunter crew, and they would be coming for Omega, because that is his father's legacy. That's his sister. So
she's not unaltered, but again, like you were saying, she's, I mean, obviously her name, it has that significance where she's the last of Jango Fett's, you know, I guess bloodline in a sense. And, you know, Lamasu wants her to, you know, do the whole clone, you know, refabrication, I guess. And it looks like that's kind of his main sense. Or do you think there's more with that too? I that's kind of what I got from the episode, is that he wanted her specifically to, like, you know, make more clones, you know, from kind of that last, you know, piece of Jango Fett's DNA. Or do you think there's something more there?
Yeah, I think it's the make more clones, because the more generations they were going, the less of the pure material that they had. So with Omega being pure material, then they'll be able to just use her like she's Jango, essentially, because they don't have Boba. And they don't have hope of getting Boba back.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on because, well, and I guess you kind of already touched on like Boba kind of entering into that, because if he does find out about Omega, and you kind of said it's more of a sentimental connection that he would have more than anything. Not that he would just want the kid for money or whatever. It would just be more like, you know, hey, this is a connection to his father, you know, and that's something that he would probably value, where that would probably bring his attention in. So I like that. Nico, what about you, man? What do you think about, you know, how would Boba, you know, enter into the Bad Batch, and then seeing that final fight, you know, that's kind of been teased, you know, with Cad Bane and Boba Fett. What are your thoughts? And I know you hate theories, but I'm asking you to theorize just a little bit here. How would that be set up? You know what I mean? Like in the Bad Batch, how do we? Because we kind of, I mean, hey, it's kind of almost a mini war of the bounty hunters in this process. You know what I mean? So, in your perspective, how does Boba enter in, and then how do we see that fight between him and Cad Bane?
All right, so I think we see that fight with Boba and Cad Bane. I think it's gonna be like a end of season toss-in. It's like, I don't necessarily think we're gonna get Boba, because we're getting like a more fleshed out Boba later, but it would be fun to see Boba finish what he has to we want to see happen. But I think it's very interesting that Omega is an unaltered clone, because now I'm instantly more excited for Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. Could we possibly see her in that, as, you know, just older? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for all of this stuff coming up. But a way I see it being set up is maybe with Sid. I don't think we're done with Sid and her.
Okay.
connection.
Oh yeah, you do have a point there. Interesting. Huh. Yeah. I feel like there's something more with her that we'll definitely see down the road for sure.
Yeah, I'm so confused about her a little bit. I keep thinking about her and what she really is doing.
I think ultimately, again, she's just that character. She's your friend for as long as you're useful. You know what I mean? And that's the case with you know, Clone Force 99. As long as they can do work for her, you know, get a job done, they can make some money. Cool. They can be business friends. But, you know, if there's another deal that comes around that's going to be more beneficial to her, and that involves other bounty hunters or something like that, I could definitely see her, ratting them out easily. So we'll see what happens. Xanatos, man, what do you, how, in your perspective, what you took away from this episode and going forward, how does Boba enter into, the Bad Batch? And then do you have any thoughts on kind of that battle potentially between Cad Bane and Boba Fett?
I mean, I was kind of thinking the same, that he'd be kind of a cliffhanger thing.
Yeah.
Or like he'd come in at the end, even going so far as to like he goes to Sid to find out information. She's not very forthcoming because that's how she is. And Boba, being Boba Fett, probably kills her for the information. And the Bad Batch just finds her dead or near dying and says, "Oh, Boba's going after her." And like they have an end duel on like Camino or something. Because when Hunter promised you'll never go back to Camino, I'm like, oh, don't say that because it's going to happen now.
Unkeepable promises.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, now she's definitely going to Camino.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens. But I like that. I guess kind of hearing from all of you guys, it's kind of that sense of that if we're going to have that moment between Boba Fett and Cad Bane, it seems like more of a cliffhanger in season type of moment for sure. I definitely see that, and that's deserving for sure. Let's see other little notes that I took away.
So I have a theory.
Phoenix, I think she's acting as a bounty hunter normally, but I also feel like there's something in her that, like, honestly, wants to help, Omega, and that's kind of the vibes, that I get from her. And I guess you guys can touch on that here in just a second too. But then other notes, I guess predictions. I think Omega will get apprehended, like I said, and then separated from Clone Force 99. And then my last theory is Crosshair, because we briefly see him in this episode. But do you guys think he's going to be a first-gen Dark Trooper? So those are other things that we could talk about. Xanatos. For you, man, what the hell did I say? What did I say? Oh yeah, Fennec Shan. I forget. I mentioned like 3 different things. I asked you guys like 3 different questions, and then I'm like, all right, take it away. And you're like, wait, what? What did you say? So Fennec Shan, again, that's what I was saying with her is like, I feel like yes, she is being the normal bounty hunter, but deep down, it almost feels like she still wants to help. Omega, in a sense. You kind of get that vibe, like she doesn't seem sinister, I guess, and maybe that's because she's working with damn it, I forget her name again. The female Kaminoan. Chris, help me out. Nalase. Because she's kind of working on her side of things. Maybe that's why I get those vibes. But Xanatos, what do you think, man? You think again Omega is going to get separated? What are your thoughts on Fennec Shan and her intentions?
Just a side note for Fennec, when she kicked the detonator away, that was a cool move. But I think she is working with Nalase. It could either be that, or she's working with a whole different party that wants Omega for a different reason. Just by the way she was wording stuff, like they want you just for your DNA, but I'm with someone that wants to help you. Could be Nalase, or could be somebody completely different.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't know. I just got those vibes like she kind of seems like she wants to help her, but she's still acting as a normal bounty hunter, but her intentions that don't seem to be sinister to me. Nico, what about you, man? What do you think?
I was like a little bit shocked when Fennec showed up, but I was like, okay, wait, this is starting to make sense. This is starting to make more sense the more they go. When she hit the kick move and Cad Bane's credits fell, I just started laughing. I was like, yes, he gets nothing now.
Yeah. Oh man, that fight though, God, I just keep going back to that. It was such a good fight. Mm-hmm. What about you, Chris? What do you think, man?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna hit you with a lot. Hit you with a lot. Okay.
All right.
So I think we have seen a few different bounty hunters have a different type of like honor system. Like Cad Bane after, Obi-Wan as Rako Hardeen proved himself, then, Cad Bane kind of had his back, or it was just like, fight like a man, that type of thing. Fennec has been shown to, like she's indebted to Boba. She doesn't try to backstab him. She's like, I'm your right-hand woman now, Yeah. And so I think she does see something in Omega, whether it's like, just her as a younger version of her, or just being able to, say like, this is a child, I'm not going to let any harm come to her. I'm going to take her safe from A to B. Because I think I want to say that Lama Su took her or put out the original bounty, right? And then now say after, Fennec Shan took that, contacted her afterwards and was like, hey, here's the reason why I'll pay you more if you take her here or make sure she does not come back in our hands. Because she was always trying to keep the trustworthy of Omega, right?
Yep.
So there's that. Going back to Boba briefly. So I know I talked about earlier, like real early on an episode about, how in Legends, Boba Fett led a detachment of the 501st to wipe out the clones for a Kaminoan rebellion, right? And Boba Fett was essentially the guide. What if they instill that, but instead of the clones, it's the, like the Dark Troopers, and with Crosshair there, and then that's when Boba finds out about Omega, and he's like, a what?
Yeah.
Just like, all right, my dad didn't tell you to do this. Boom. Bye, Lama. Bye now.
Right.
Bye. So I think we got that going on. And will Crosshair be a Dark Trooper? He may start off this way, but I think he's definitely either going to die or he's going to get his chip taken out.
Yeah. And like sacrificial type of way for sure. Like if he does get his chip taken out, I could see it being a thing of like, he turns on, the Empire in some way, but that would only last for so long. But yeah, I don't know. I just, as watching today, I was kind of like, man, I wonder if he'll be a first gen, Dark Trooper. Because again, you guys could correct me on this. Dark Troopers, when they first were created, some of them were human. They were humans in suits. And then we got different upgrades to where it was just, the robotics and whatnot.
I think it was the third generation we see in Mando.
Yep. So I wonder if we'll see a little bit of that kind of play out in here, which I think would be really interesting. What about you two fellas? Any other thoughts pertaining to this episode?
Does anyone know what was in those tubes that Omega ran past? Like the when she was running from Fennec, and it was like these like green. Jody, put them up. These green things. I joined like someone who was talking about the Bad Batch almost immediately after the episode, and they seem to think it's like leading to Snoke. Like the Kaminoans are doing secret cloning techniques and stuff, but not on their normal planet, on like a hidden secret planet where it's like you could see the pieces starting to lead down the trail. That's a very interesting thought pattern, path to me.
It was strange because I was like, what the hell were they working on in there? I mean, it definitely had that weird vibe of like in Mando season 2 where, you have Mando and Grief Karga and Cara Dune, and we seen those clones or whatever they were kind of working on. Had that kind of vibe where you're like, all right, it's clones, but you don't know exactly like what's the purpose. Maybe for Mando, we kind of have an idea, but here it was just like, oh yeah, that was like was that a Kaminoan that was inside? So I'm like, I don't know exactly what they were planning with that, but it is quite interesting. What about you, Xanatos? What else did you take away, man?
I mean, when you look at Snoke, he kind of looks like a mangled Kaminoan, so that's always a possibility. But I, when that body fell on Fennec, I'm like, oh my god, that's a Kaminoan. What are they doing?
Yeah. So yeah, who knows? I guess we'll find out. Other little things. I don't know. This is something that just came to mind while thinking about the Bad Batch. I don't know if it's necessary to. I know some people want to see Vader make an appearance. I don't know if it's really necessary though, because I feel like there's so much tension, and I mean it's possible. You know what I mean? Like, but again, you have to think about. I feel like Vader's probably already got his hands tied with other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily see him making an appearance in this, but I want to hear from you guys on that. Like, do you think it would be necessary to have? It would be great. I would be for it. Don't do me wrong. But again, when I just think of this story, and mind you, we have like, what is there, like 14 episodes, or is it 12?
16.
16.
16.
Yeah, 16.
I can't count. My bad. There are
You're
16 episodes, and we're just on 9. So we still have a little ways to go. Who knows where the story could go, from this point. But again, when I think of like the end of it all, I'm like, I don't know. Do you really see Vader coming after them? What would be the purpose for that? You know what I mean? So let me know. What do you guys think about that? Anyone take it away as far as the climax?
I would never be disappointed to see Vader or Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I would never be disappointed at all. But this kind of thing seems below their pay grade.
Right. Yeah.
Like way below.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it seems okay, Chris.
Go ahead.
Okay, it seems like with Marvel actors, Vader's almost a little bit too high of a pay bill to put in the show. The place I really wanted to see Vader would have been like, instead of seeing Palpatine's message, I would have rather seen the saber burning. But it really doesn't make sense. I just want to see that.
I like your analogy. It's like Vader is pretty much Robert Downey Jr. He's not going to be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he's not making an appearance there, but he might be in one of the Avengers movies, a cameo or something like that. And that's kind of what you think of with Vader in a sense. At least that's my vibe too. What about you, Chris? What do you think, man?
I mean, y'all saw my video I posted yesterday. That's how I would end it, just with bad.
Oh yeah, you did have Vader, yeah. So I mean, I would, I'm not gonna be disappointed. Let me say that if they did bring in Vader, I'm not gonna be disappointed. Not at all. I would totally be happy to see it. It's just one of those things. When I think about this particular group, it's just like, what else would they be working on during this time? What else is Vader doing during this time that we know of? I'm just like, I don't see him coming up, but who knows? I could be totally wrong, because think about it in Rebels, like Vader, he was chasing after, Kanan and Ezra at one point, and the Ghost Crew temporarily. We got him like for a few episodes. So I was like, well, hey, if he could be going after them, and they were doing some things that were pretty significant, during that time. Who knows? Maybe he could go after Clone Force 99. Xanatos, you look like you want to say something, bro. I can see it burning.
Because you touched on something I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Because I was just thinking of the Rebels when he came in, but it took like 4 Inquisitors to fail.
Yeah,
for him to actually show up. So I think, like, at most we'll see an Inquisitor, but I don't know. I don't see that.
Yeah.
What if we saw Barriss as an Inquisitor? Because we haven't seen Barriss since season 5 of Clone Wars. So what if we saw her Inquisitor show up?
I would be down for that. Yeah, why not? I would totally be down for that. I feel like, my mind is always looking towards the end. Even though I'm enjoying the now, I'm enjoying the ride, and I'm not trying to look too far ahead. But then you can't help but wonder, like, how does this all conclude? You know what I mean? And I've said it before. It doesn't really feel like a suicide mission necessarily, but it doesn't seem like it's going to end happy. And the only reason I say that is because we know this is the height of the Empire. But there's also the flip side. You also have, the Rebel Alliance that's also rising up, during this time. But again, like, we haven't even gotten to the first Death Star yet, so in my brain, I'm just like, I don't think it's going to be a very happy and joyful ending. You know what I mean? And I wonder who makes it out alive. How does it end? Does the Emperor bring his hard fist into this, the end of this, or, who knows? So there's lots to speculate. And hello to my folks on TikTok. I am not ignoring you. I just can't share my screen. I can't share my screen. So now what we can do, check his YouTube. You can see his face. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Everyone's so like subscribe on YouTube.
Man. They want to see my face. They love chocolate. So now, congrats on that Star Wars guide. What?
Yeah, I was looking at that too. I was like, did Star Wars guide pop up?
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, that's like the second or third reference I've seen to Star Wars guide in the comments, and I was like, I don't see him in the background.
Yeah. I know. I missed that guy, man.
Yeah. I'm not missing Star Wars guide, am I?
So I've been following frog body parts that he doesn't. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what's
I
going
think they're
on
talking
in the
about
comments
eating
section.
Grogu.
Oh yeah, of course. This is an ongoing
right.
thing in the comments. It gets weird, guys. So now what I like to do, because I think we have room for one more person, so we'll just hang out for a little bit and allow people to come in. So I'll just kind of, if any of you guys have questions, from my friends from TikTok, or if there's something you want to talk about from the Bad Batch, just shoot me a message on my Instagram. So shoot me a message, and then I can shoot you a link that'll pop you into the live. So if you guys want to pop in for a second with us and be live and ask us questions, you're more than welcome to. Or if you guys have certain things in the chat that you want me to talk about, we can do that as well. So I'd like to offer up that time. Chris, you know what I'm thinking. I don't know if Chris knows what you're thinking. What are you thinking, Johnny?
Star Wars guys, say hi so I don't look insane. Wait.
Steven here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wonder if he's confusing Xanatos, because they both have beards, they're both bald, but two different guys, and they both have glasses. Totally different. They're two different guys, man. That's not Star Wars guy. If that's what you're thinking.
Please no.
It's Xanatos. His name is here. Unless he's talking about, is he even in the chat, or am I crazy?
I have a much smaller.
I haven't seen the name.
I haven't seen Star Wars Guide either.
Yeah, me either. I wonder if he's confusing Xanatos. It's possible.
Yes, he is. Star Wars Guide is here?
He is here? Really?
I gotta check this out for myself now. I have
got
the link on my phone.
I got two questions for y'all. One that was posed by someone in my live chat, and another one.
Yeah.
They said they saw the chip scanner in Tech's lap when he was asleep at the end of the episode. Did any of you all notice that?
No,
I
did
they're
not.
scared, and I was like,
I did not notice that.
I might have to go back and watch that. Maybe I'll make a video on that. I have to go back and watch it. The second question is, so let's say we do get Boba at the end of the season or series, however they decide to do it, right? And Boba goes off with Omega, or she stays with the Bad Batch and they survive or whatever. Do you think we get Omega in the Book of Boba Fett? Because this does come out it'll end 4 months before we get Book of Boba Fett, and we don't really know anything about casting.
Yeah. My question would be, what the hell has she been up to during and I mean it's not really I'm glad that you brought that up, because I feel like this is something that occurs very often, especially like with new characters that are introduced, such as like Moff Gideon or Fennec Shan and other characters, like specifically in The Mandalorian. And we asked, like, well, what the hell were they doing during the time of like the original trilogy? So, but I feel, again, another part to that is the galaxy, just much like our world, is so big that, one thing could be happening over here, but that doesn't mean that has the attention of these particular characters. They could be doing their own thing, and I think that that may be a fair assessment, with her character, because I'm like, you would think with the Galactic War and stuff like that, most characters that have a prominent role are you're going to see an appearance, from them in some fashion. Now, my question is this, if that's the case, if she does appear in the Book of Boba Fett, does Omega become something else? Maybe she's not just Omega anymore. Does she become like a bounty hunter, or something that we have recognized in the past, but now it's like a callback, like, oh, she becomes this character that didn't have a name, or, you know what I mean? Maybe they may not even do that. Maybe she's just her own new thing. But that's a thought that I had going into, like, if we do see her, I would guess that she probably does become something more, given the fact that, the galaxy is a dangerous place, plus all the things that she's been learning. She's hanging out with, her clone brothers that are literally soldiers. So I'm sure this girl knows how to fight, and I'm sure she eventually has had to evolve into something else, assuming that she still is alive going into, the Book of Boba Fett. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. And Nico is back. Hello.
Yeah, I had a funny thought of what if that bounty, you know how Leia has a bounty hunter get up when she first goes into Jabba's palace, in Return of the Jedi. What if that was like Omega's bounty hunter get up, and then she joins the rebellion, so she's like, I'll still be a bounty hunter on the side, but like, here you go, this is how you can infiltrate.
Yeah,
that would be a fun nod.
I think it would be interesting. Why not? Absolutely, man. And I feel like seeing her in the Book of Boba Fett, it's kind of, I feel like it's 50-50 because there is this distinct connection, that I feel like she has in a way with Boba, but then at the same time, I mean, it's Boba's story, so I feel like we're gonna really want to see more of kind of what happened to him, and then kind of where he's going. And maybe she plays a part in that. So I don't know. I'd be for it. I would love to see her live action. I think that would be interesting. I think it would be kind of fast though. You know what I mean? Like you just made this animated character and now we get to see a live. But who knows? Who knows? And that's not necessarily true because they did the same thing with Fennec Shan, right? Like we see in a live action version of her and now we see an animated. So it is possible. It is quite possible that we could see some Bad Batch characters kind of appear in the Book of Boba Fett, such as Omega. I want to see you fear what? Can I be on the bounty list? Can I be on your bounty list? These are my comments, you guys that are on TikTok.
I think you need to do a thirst comment like video, like how Jimmy Kimmel does thirst tweets.
Yeah,
I think you need to do that.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do something similar in the sense of just reading like TikTok comments, some that are just strange and funny. So that's a video that's coming out. I think someone messaged me on the gram. Who was it?
Was it Jonick showing the screenshot? Yeah,
it was.
Looked, and I was like, "Whoa, wait! Star Wars guy did talk."
He was on. I'm sorry, we missed him.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago.
Ben said Star Wars guide is Kaiser Soze.
Oh, okay. I thought he was Star Wars guide on YouTube. Maybe not.
Yeah, the message I saw was from Star Wars _guide.
Well, Star Wars guide, we missed you, man.
Kaiser Soze is a villain from why can't I think of the name? Not the Untouchables. The
Chris is more cultured than us.
Oh God, what's the name of the movie? It's gonna drive me wild now. Usual Suspects. And now I can't think of the actor that played him. My brain today. Kevin Spacey played him. It was one of Kevin Spacey's first fantastic roles.
Jonick says, Mando, can you bring me in wet?
I don't think that's an option.
Right, yeah, that was, it's either like warm or cold or lukewarm. So lukewarm is like half dead. So you have 3 choices. Those are your choices, man. Bad Batch is this last. I feel like this is just me personally. The last 2 episodes have been some of the best. Mm-hmm. I've enjoyed the entire ride thus far. Like, period. Like I've enjoyed the ride and watching and theorizing every episode. But these last 2 episodes they've just hit hard. I've enjoyed them. So, now I know I said this before. I know everyone knows Nico Skywalker hates theories. He hates theorizing. And I do it to him every week. You just have to deal with it, man. But I can't help it now, like when things are starting to get to a certain height. And I mean, Chris, you already called it. You were like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Kaminoans that put the hit out on, Omega, and the more we talked about it, I was like, yeah, that definitely makes sense, because they want her for a specific purpose. Now we know what that is. And it just makes you wonder, like other things, like, as far as theories, like, well, what the hell happens to the Kaminoans? Like, are they just going to get completely wiped out? Because my bet, I'm willing to bet you, this is just a theory I have. I feel like Lama Su will end up creating some type of new clone army that tries to go up and be defiant against, like the Empire. And then that's when they just get completely wiped out. When we think about the Kaminoans. So if they try to show any type of defiance, like, hey, if you guys don't want to work with us, then I can show you that my clones are better than what you have in terms of your empire. I feel like that moment of defiance could be the thing that answers the question of like, hey, how come we don't see them anymore? I don't know. That's a thought. I don't know if you guys wanted to touch on that, but that is a thought that I have. Oh, and it looks like we have a guest. I'll pop him in just a minute. But let me know, what do you guys think about that? Because that's something that I really feel like climactic. I could definitely see that happening.
Also, I had a thought since we saw a Kaminoan come out of that test tube, and we really haven't seen that many Kaminoans. I think we've only seen on screen maybe like 4 or 5 across animation and live action, and even some of the comics. Yep. So, what if they clone themselves? That's how they reproduce, and that's why we don't see any anymore. Because let's say that's where they made Kaminoans, and then on Kamino, that's where they did everything else. So once Lamasu and Nala Se get killed, that's why there are no more clones. No more clones because no one else could really make them, and then no more Kaminoans because they reproduce through cloning.
Wow, that would be interesting. I could definitely see that happening though. Something along those lines for sure. What about you two? Any thoughts on that?
Terrifying thoughts of the last of my favorite clones being wiped out. But it comes with the territory of Dave Filoni, I guess. Yeah. Like he's gonna make you hurt. It's good television.
Yeah, it is great, man. It is great. Xanatos, what do you think, man? What's gonna happen to these clones?
Well, from what Chris said too, when Taun We got shot, it's like, are we gonna see them talking about? Oh, we have to make another Taun We now.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the clones, and also with what Nico said, like I really want the Bad Batch to survive this, but they're probably not.
Yeah, again, they're the Suicide Squad of Star Wars, and I feel like only a very few or one person will make it out alive, and I can see that being Omega. And kind of like that last moment of Battlefield, and she's like saying goodbye to Hunter. I see Dave Filoni hitting us hard with that, man. So we'll see what happens.
I really want her to live to the Book of Boba Fett, and I actually was chatting with someone in a live last night about this. Like, I don't want her to lose the bubbly optimism she has. Like, even 30 years later, I still want her to be experienced, but also optimistic.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a more interesting character than just being a gruff, hardened, mean person.
You don't want her to lose that hopefulness. I think that's the unique thing.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Yeah, exactly. Right, it kind of plays on that attitude. Xanatos, thank you for sharing that, man. We also have my buddy Jonik. I'll give you a 5-minute window. I'm gonna pop him in, and we'll let him ask some questions. So, hey, man, what's up? Hello?
Nope.
Not the name.
What's his name?
Such a strange boy. Such a strange boy. Can you hear me, Jonik?
Jonik, you there?
What's up?
I think I heard mic feedback. There you go.
What's up, man? How are you doing?
Hello.
What'd you think of the episode today? I don't think we can really hear you. I can hear you like very faintly.
Doing good, you?
We're doing really good, man. Well, number one, let me ask you, what did you think of the Bad Batch episode today? I don't think he can hear us.
Jonik.
I may have to cut him out for now. We'll bring him back in. He'll pop in if he can find his audio and stuff. But anyway, I can offer that up to a lot of you guys. So especially on TikTok, we got friends from TikTok all over here on my YouTube page. So if you want to come say hi, if you got questions for any of us, Star Wars related, cosplay related, lightsaber related, if you want to talk about the Bad Batch, feel free to come on over and we'll pop you into the live. Can you show your face, please? I am showing my face on YouTube. Let's see. Am I on your bounty list? Am I on your bounty list? How's your day going? My day's going great. Am I on your bounty list? I'm Darth Venom. What? What's my favorite TV show? That's too hard to choose, man. I watch too much stuff. So I really can't even answer that because I just watch. It's like asking me what my favorite music is. I listen to so much. So that's a hard question. All right, Jonik. Let's try this again, buddy. All right, buddy. I popped you back in. Can you hear us?
No.
I don't think he can hear us. Maybe I can turn his volume up. Can you hear me, Jonik?
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's
Yep,
up?
we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up, man? What'd you think of the episode today?
That was amazing.
Can you guys hear him?
It was really.
I heard a little bit of something.
Okay. Did you have any questions for any of us? Hello?
Hello, Jonik.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was saying, do you have any questions for any of us?
Oh yeah. Okay, I've got 2 questions. You guys can take it
All right.
in terms of answer. How much credits would I have to give you to eat Grogu in front of DadaLorian?
I didn't hear it. You guys are going to have to repeat that for me. What did he say?
I heard
know if I
credits
won.
to eat Grogu. That's all I
How
heard.
many credits to eat Grogu?
How many credits?
Let's assassinate
to eat
this
Grogu
man
in
right
front-
now.
No. How many?
There.
credits will I have to give
Zero.
you to eat Grogu in front of DadaLorian? How many credits will I have to give you to eat Grogu in front of DadaLorian?
The number does not exist. You couldn't do that. You know, Lando wouldn't do that to his buddy.
Okay. If you're not gonna do it to Grogu, how much credits will I have to give you to eat Omega?
What? Now that's just like cannibalism. My God. Zero, my friend. Zero.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about the episode or about what any of us do on TikTok? Crickets?
Not really.
Going once,
Grogu judging it. That's it.
going twice.
That's all I want to do. That's all I wanted to ask.
That's it.
That's all. That's my mission is complete. It drops
And
the
do you
mic.
like my
What-
name? Can you read my name out loud? Read my name out
No,
loud.
I'm not reading that out loud. we can all read your name. I've seen your name. You keep this name in like the last 2 lives. It's You guys can read it for yourselves.
Your wife
You
is
guys
gonna be
can read
jealous.
it. By the way, so
Thoughts on
I've
my
been
name?
asked, almost harassed to the point of making a Discord, and I finally did one. So
Finally.
how do I share? I don't even know if I can share a link.
You can put
I'll put the
if you
link
put the
in
link
the
in the
chat.
comments.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, make Chris a mod. He'll figure it out.
Oh, snaps. Yeah, I can. So why don't I do that really
You
quick? I'm
already
going to
have-
share you guys.
Don't make me a mod in the Discord. I barely know how to moderate my own Discord.
Right, same.
All right,
I am
That's
just
what
No
Jazz
idea.
is for.
What?
just
You guys
starting
don't-
off here.
I have my own Discord server that's like well made and everything. I've just never. No, I tried to share the link before I could put links in my bio,
yeah.
and then ever since then I just have never put it back out. It's like a Justice League themed Discord that I made.
Really?
Yes, it's just
I'm
sitting
trying
there.
to. Okay, here it is. I found it.
Justin got-
Copy that. All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat. So if you guys want to chat sometime later today, yeah.
Are you still
can do
going
that.
through Jedi Outcast?
Yes, I was struggling the last time I was playing like immensely. It's weird because it starts you off like playing like a first person shooter, and I don't like that. So I'm hoping it gets me out of that.
Yeah, no, it will.
Send us a message.
Also, Xanatos, did you get into my Discord?
No, I was using, I think, either my iPad or my iPhone, and it wouldn't let me copy the link.
Okay.
I
was trying to get there.
You are still here. I can chop you out. Thank you for asking your ridiculous questions, as always. All right. Where do I'm trying to figure out where to put my doggone chat. Is it just in the private chat?
I guess.
I put one there, and then I'm trying to see if I can.
It's clickable. That's good.
I don't know if I can.
Guy from Fortnite.
Yeah. It just made sense, man. Oh yeah, I'm a dork. There we go. I found it, guys. I'm slow, but I'm picking up the pace. We're good to go. So there you go. So I just posted my Discord link, so you guys can check it out. Mind you, I'm new to it. You know, Nico, you'll probably have to walk me through. Like, so this is how you do this. This is what this button does. But I set it up nonetheless. So there we go. And I think that's there. I think that'll be fun, like for us to just, if you guys want to talk about whatever, just chill. I feel like it's like an after hours type of thing. I may end up doing it like on Sundays because I don't do any streams on Sundays. So I think maybe I'll do like a Discord type of thing, maybe like on a Sunday evening, something like that. Yeah. Did I miss other questions? I think I did. Let's see. What's your? Oh yeah, I already answered those. Cool. And again, all my TikTok folks, we're live on YouTube. So again, if you guys did have questions for friends over from TikTok or about Bad Batch, you're more than welcome to join us. So sad. None of you took the credits. It's only a creature. Wow, Jonic, you need help, man. You need help. I'm in your server. Nice. Thanks for joining.
Not to mention Grogu would beat our asses for trying.
You do have a
no slouch.
Well, that's it from me, guys. That's all I had. All the updates and all the other stuff I could think of. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about pertaining to the episode?
I think we're gonna get Boba. We are. I think so too.
Oh, absolutely. We have to at this point.
Jonic,
it's already been.
Not want to eat Grogu. I swear.
Yeah, we're not eating Grogu, Jonic.
Although I did have some crazy Grogu theories at the end of Mando season 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember the Grogu torture theories.
Torture theories? Oh my god. You gotta don't listen to Jonic, man. Just don't man. I will say this, now that you brought up Grogu, this has nothing to do with Bad Batch, but I do believe that Grogu I think he was a character that was created to be more than just a part of the Mandalorian. I think he could potentially be the future of Star Wars. And the reason for that, you think of his species, he's gonna live on and go past a lot of the characters that we know. So when we think of like, other Star Wars movies, the future of Star Wars, Grogu, I feel like could potentially grow to be not yet another Master Yoda, because I don't think anyone could ever be Master Yoda, but I think he's going to grow to be a pivotal character going into the future of Star Wars, and that's outside of The Mandalorian, and I think we'll definitely see him kind of grow into becoming something more. So I'm excited for that. Now that we think of theories, that's one thing I think of since you mentioned that pertaining to Grogu.
Yeah, and I think because Yaddle is still alive, as far as we know, like in Legends, she dies.
Yeah.
But in canon, we don't have a canonized death for her. So she's still alive. So that could be another one to train. And since, Yaddle's around 500 years old at the time of The Mandalorian, she's around 500, which means she has another 300, 400 years to live before she really gets old. Yeah. And Grogu, probably has another, 850 years, So
So
you're talking about they could, take whatever Rey does with her Jedi Order or like be like grandmasters on the side of it with her, Yeah.
So. Yep. And the question to that too is like, well, obviously she did what all the Jedi, did during the time of Order 66. The ones that survived, they hid away. So, I think that would be great. Now, here's the thing, though. Is she gonna be like, listen, I'm your long lost mother. Don't ask for child support because that doesn't exist here in this galaxy, type of thing. I'm just saying. Is she? Do you think her and Yoda hooked up at some point? I don't know, man.
Canon. That's my canon. Those two Muppets got it on.
I'm just saying. There ain't nobody else in the galaxy that we know of that looks like them. And
they put on a little Luther Vandross in the background of the Jedi Temple.
Yeah,
little Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay.
We must preserve our species. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, man. I think it's a possibility. So
Anakin walked in on it. That's why he turned to the dark side.
Yeah, anyone would. That's understandable. Now that makes me understand Anakin so much more. I understand. Like, if you've seen something like that, you're scarred. You're scarred for the rest of your life, man.
Free CGI too.
Yeah, right. So I think that's pretty much it, man. That's all I had to talk about as far as the Bad Batch. I think it has picked up quite a bit, and where it's going, it's still unknown. Like, we don't really know, obviously, like, how it's going to end, but there are things that we can speculate with certain characters, and I think it is agreeable that we probably will see Boba Fett make an appearance at some point. Guys, be sure to follow all of my friends from TikTok. We got Xanatos1138. Again, he does some awesome lightsaber stuff and different, Star Wars talks that he does on his channel as well on TikTok. So be sure to follow him. Of course, you got Nico Skywalker. I feel like I have to say his name. Skywalker. He's the lightsaber man. Disney needs to hurry up and hire him. So please go and follow him as well on TikTok. And of course, Star Wars Lawyer. I feel like I need to say, like, if you're ever in a jam, I feel like it should be like a commercial. You need to make a Star Wars commercial.
No,
if you're ever in a jam, you ever get into an accident in a speeder bike, call Star Wars Lawyer. Yes.
I told Chris a while ago.
He's the man.
If I get in legal trouble, I'm calling you,
right.
Chris.
No, but seriously, Star Wars Lawyer does some great cosplay stuff and very knowledgeable, like in Star Wars lore in general. So any questions, like even if I can't get to you guys, because I don't know it all, but and I'm not saying Star Wars Lawyer knows it all either, but he knows a damn sure good lot of stuff pertaining to the galaxy of Star Wars. So if you guys ever just curious about something, you're like, hey, I have a question, pop by his page. He will definitely answer you. He's pretty quick at doing that. So follow all my friends. We will be live again, every Friday talking about the Bad Batch. And not only that, I want to try to re-emphasize this. Every, Star Wars show that comes out, you will have our group that comes together. So we will be talking about, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi and any other, stuff that's going to be released on Disney Plus. We will be here to talk about it. So once the Bad Batch ends, the group will still remain. We'll just be talking about other things that are coming to Star Wars. So much love. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and end here on TikTok. And I'm going to go ahead and end here on the YouTube. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.